And there's so many people asking you to talk about the fire, the Notre-Dame one now, that it's getting to the point where people are just accusing you of being complicit in it.
Notre-Dame. Okay. Big famous church with a hunchback bell ringer burned down in Paris. Heartbreaking to see, 'cause it's a beautiful building. Don't give a fuck for Catholicism. I think people crying over it should really chill the fuck out. Okay, it's not your mum. It's just a building. Beautiful building burned down. I only know what everybody else knows, which is that the authorities believe it was a fire caused by renovations. That's all anyone knows. Online, different story. I think within half an hour, people were out screaming that it was the Muslims that did it, because some people watching it burn down on Al Jazeera were laughing and smiling. What do you expect? They're assholes. You know, they get trolls and assholes. You know, like some of you guys sit there just completely losing your shit for an hour. Well, that's what they do. They're just losing the shit about something you're not happy about. Do I know Muslims did it? No. Could they have done it? Possibly. I don't know. I only know what I've been told, like you guys. Now, some people say I'm not very woke because of this, because what I should be doing is making a decision based solely on the opinion of people like Paul Joseph Watson. I'm not going to do that. It's like people that go all fucking mad at me because with 9/11, I say, I'll tell you what I know about 9/11 for a fact. Some planes went into some buildings. Later on, buildings fell down. And people scream at me about that. How can you say that? Because factually, that's exactly what happened. Planes flew into buildings, and let's set aside the lunatics that don't believe the planes went in. Planes went in, later on, buildings came down. Notre Dame, all I know is, beautiful old church. It's having a lot of renovation work done. Fucker caught fire. The fucker caught fire. York Minster caught fire years ago. I don't think that was the Muslims. So I don't know, but right now, all we have to go on is they believe it was something to do with the renovation. Now it's burned down, they're going to rebuild it, apparently within 5 years, which is quite quick. And it's going to look lovely. I'm not sure what more you can say on Notre Dame before you're just wildly speculating. I've watched the guys from InfoWars and some others saying, yo, it's a perfect allegory for what's happening in France. It's just a building that caught fire. It's not an allegory, it's just a building that caught fire. If it wasn't the cathedral, no one would have given a fuck. But it's been wall to wall on the TV and things like that. And, you know, I've just noticed Fano Boss in there said 900 church fires in a year, though. How many of those were black metal followers? I mean, there's that fucking incel in America got 3, didn't he?
Yeah, they've already raised enough money to rebuild them, by the way.
They've done well.
Yeah, everyone's been going, what about them? It's like, no, they've got it. 1.8 million. They're good.
Okay. So yeah, am I going to say no Muslims are burning churches? No, because in the Middle East there's a massive issue with that being bombed and burned. But you can't make that leap automatically. If evidence comes out, I'll gladly talk about that. Right now, I know what everyone actually knows, not what everyone believes. And that's where I'm on Notre Dame. I don't think there's any more I can bring to the conversation, you know? And if it was burned down by people in a terrorist act, let's be thankful nobody died. Nobody in there, none of the emergency service workers, no one was killed. We can just be thankful for that. Buildings can be rebuilt. It's not the first time for Notre Dame. Probably won't be the last. That's the attitude that you've got to have with this. What else can you do? I'm not going to say it's part and parcel of being in a big city. I leave that to other people. But the truth is, this kind of nasty, evil, dreadful shit does happen. I am confused why everybody else is paying for the cathedral when the Catholic Church could easily afford it, but I don't know, not my business. If people want to pay for it, go for it, fill your boots. I've noticed people online screaming at people that want to pay money towards refurbishing this wonderful monument to mankind's ingenuity, because it's a glorious, beautiful building, or was. Screaming, oh, you should do this with the money, you should do that with the money. My answer's always the same. You can't tell people what to do with their fucking money. And chances are half these dickheads saying you should send it to fucking this village here or that there don't do anything like that themselves. They just talk a good talk to look important and good on social media. Virtue signalling, if you will. People are free to do whatever they want with the money. Send it to, I don't know, your cathedral. Send it to the burns unit at the hospital for the fucking hunchback. Whatever it takes. Do whatever makes you feel good about it. Because the fact is, he was a beautiful, like I said, a monument to mankind's ingenuity, like all great buildings, all great architecture. That's all I've really got on Notre Dame. I don't have much else on that. I don't know how. We could get into speculation, I guess, but I don't really see the point in that. I don't find that exciting. You guys are free to do it, though, and please do. So that's my less than hot take on Notre Dame, really.
It was frustratingly reasonable, Aidan.
Sometimes I can't help it. It's my honest opinion on it.
Thankfully, everyone else was just as reasonable as you, so we can just back up and go home. Happy Dog said that Wingman John has just got back from a short break in Paris, but sadly he lost his lighter. Globetrotter 79 reckons that I bet ISIS has sent a letter claiming responsibility if they did it or not.
I'm sure they have, but they have put a video out saying they're going to do it again. Wasn't there? There was some kind of video or meme came out saying we will do it in the future when you've rebuilt, planning ahead.
Well, you've got to, haven't you, these days?
Very brave thing for someone that's just been absolutely bummed in Syria by the Russians and the US and the coalition and the Kurds. But yeah, it's the shit they put out every time. Everything that happens, ISIS. So yeah, that was us.
Everyone needs a 5-year plan, man. That's how it works.
If this is finished in 5 years, I'll be very surprised.
How do you like me so far? Said it burnt as punishment by God.
God's punishment for priests bumming kids. The Pope, the fucking Pope, do you know what he's done? That piece of shit. I would apologise to Catholics, but I can't. He said, these priests raping kids, it never used to happen. It's because of the sexual revolution of the 1960s and the availability of porn. It's not, mate. It's not. That's not what it is. As if all of a sudden it's new, you know. Fucking look at the history of your fucking church. It's vile. That was dreadful, blaming it on that. I mean, and of course there's all these pious pricks going, he's got a point. Which reminds me, very soon here in the UK, you're going to have to provide your identification if you want to have a quality online wank. Keep that in mind too, guys. Or get VPN'd up to fuck. Me? I'm totally putting my details in.
Oh yeah, I'm sending them a picture of my passport straight away.
Wankers register. I want to be all over that. I want a new passport. I want my blue passport.
Proper one.
I don't even want mine to say United Kingdom on it. I want to say England.
England?
I want an English passport.
You go to Liverpool and when you give it him, throw it back at him. What the fuck is this bullshit?
I don't understand at the minute because Scottish people are allowed to be Scottish. Welsh people are allowed to be Welsh, despite all common sense indicating that shouldn't be the case. Irish people are allowed to say they're Irish. English people have to shut the fuck up because we're evil. Well, fuck that. Without us, where would you all be? Happier. But, you know, come on. Let's not focus on just the negatives. Let's focus on the good things. We've managed to massively exploit your countries for our enrichment. Focus on the positives. Let's have a look here. The Roman Catholic Church has always been full of pedos. This is true. Someone's just said a VPN is bullshit. I didn't say to keep you perfectly anonymous from someone that was looking, but in general, they do okay. They do okay. Happy Dog says Hayden's passport was issued by Mossad or the Kremlin. Oh, maybe I have too. Cup of Tea says nuke Quebec to save the world. That's the French bit of Canada, isn't it? I don't like the idea of a French bit of Canada. Don't agree with it.
Apparently they're assholes. Canadians don't like them either.
I don't blame them. Shish kebab, our Eastern European guys saying something again. I know, typing on a fucking potato as usual. Can't understand the word you're saying, mate. Not a word. I do enjoy Troll Central. I end up sitting here like... Mon E. Biff says all English should burn. We probably did where you're from. Hi, Aleka. Thanks for being a good sport last week on the doxing thing, by the way, dude. I enjoyed that. Where's that guy from that says all English should be burned?